Good morning, children. In the last video, we have learned about conquering distances. Today, we'll be watching Conquering Distances Part 2. So in the last video, we have learned that based on the geographical features of the land, the transport system is grouped under three, that is land, water, and air transport. Today, we'll be learning about the land transport. So children, the transport system is grouped under three, that is water, land and air transport. Under land transport system, we have two types, that is roadways and railways. In cities and towns, we have roads which are called as Pakka roads. These are the roads that are made of tar. Pakka is a semi-liquid material which is used to harden surfaces and make them strong and permanent. It is used on roads for this very purpose. A Pakka road is known as black coated road. Coming to villages, villages and remote areas have roads which are called as Kacha roads. So these roads are mostly made of mud. There are also broad roads which are called as highways and expressways in various countries. Now let's learn the differences between a highway and an expressway. Highways connect important cities and towns. Expressways are highways that have limited access or controlled access. Multiple roads merge on highways, whereas no other road merges or crosses the expressway anywhere. The third difference between both of them is highways usually have 4 lanes to provide high-speed traffic, whereas expressways are the highways with 6 to 8 lane control access. So children, highways and expressways are broad roads in various countries where vehicles are allowed to run very fast. There are roads that connect India with her neighbors like Pakistan, China, Bhutan, and Nepal. So children, there are few roads that connect India with her neighboring countries like Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, and even China. If we have the permit, we can use these roads and go across to visit these countries. For example, if we want to travel to Pakistan, we can use the Grand Trunk Road that connects Kolkata to Peshawar. And to go to Tibet or China, we can use the Bharat-Tibet Road. Over the past few years, there has been an increase in cities' population. Why? Because the people from villages started migrating to cities. They started leaving their villages and they moved to cities. As a result of this, let's see what happened. As a result of migration, that is, people moving from villages to cities, there are a lot of traffic jams, pollution, as well as road accidents. To deal with all these problems, the government is taking strict measures and it is implementing traffic rules. Now let's learn some of the important traffic rules. Always drive on the left side of the road. It is your responsibility to give way to emergency vehicles such as fire engines or an ambulance. Always use indicators to let the other road users know about the change in the direction of your travel. Make sure you don't park your vehicle in a way that it causes any disturbance to any other road users. Always keep a safe distance from the vehicle in front of you, as this will give you enough time to come to a stop in case the vehicle in front brake suddenly. Whenever you're crossing the road, always try to stop, look, and then cross. Always make sure that you wear helmets and seat belt. They not just save you from fines, but also protect your life. Never use the mobile phones while driving, and don't ever drink and drive. Children, we should obey the traffic rules and always make sure that we get our pollution checks done to make traveling by roads safe. Now let's learn about railways. Each country has a network of railways. They have different kinds of trains which are fueled by steam, diesel, and electricity, and these trains run on the railway tracks. There are two kinds of trains. One is passenger trains and the other one is goods train. Passenger trains always carry people, while the goods train carry raw materials and finished products to and fro. Now let's learn some of the important railway routes. The Trans-Siberian Railway is the longest railway in the world. This railway connects Leningrad with Vladivostok via Siberia, and it covers more than 11,000 kilometers. The Grand Orient Express connects Paris with Istanbul in Turkey. The USA, that is the United States of America, has the largest network of railways in the world. There are also few trains that connect cities from one coast to the other side of the coast. These trains are called as transcontinental trains as they run across the whole country. Children, in the last video we have learned about bullet trains, right? What did we learn about them? We learned that the bullet trains are the fastest trains. So Japan has some of the fastest trains in the world, and these trains, they travel at a speed of over 400 kilometers per hour. No wonder they are called as bullet trains. We also have some superfast trains which are also magnetic trains like the TGV of France and the maglev of China. The image on the top left is the TGV of France and the image at the bottom right side is the maglev of China train. So these trains are superfast trains that are also called as magnetic trains. In India, the English, that is, the Britishers, introduced the railways in India. The first train ran a stretch of 34 kilometers between Tain and Bombay in 1853. Today, India has the fourth largest network of railways in the world. We have learned in the last video, right children, that these days we also have metro trains. I'm sure all of you must have traveled in a metro train. So today, India has the fourth largest network of railways in the world. In Kolkata, we have trams. What is a tram? Tram is a passenger vehicle that runs on a public road. We also have some superfast air-conditioned trains called as Rajdhani Express and Shatabdi Express. These trains run between many cities in India. So children, what have we learned today? We have learned about Pakka roads and Kacha roads. We have learned about highways and expressways. And we have also learned about the various roads that connect India to the other countries. We learned about the traffic rules which are a must to follow. And we also learned about railways and the different railway lines. So please go through your textbook, read and try to understand once again. Watch the video once again so that you will understand it better. That's it for today's video, children. See you in the next video.